jeez, this is too hard, guys. I'm not down with the kids. Right, someone tell Perry to send a request. Perry? Hi. Looks like no then. Right. Guys, what is... Yes, I can see I'm done too. What's Perry's Instagram so I can type it in? Can someone help me and I'll type his Instagram in so that I can request him? Hello? Anyone? Oh, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Oh, God. I'm sorry, but I can't find Perry. Yes. Add.
Hello!
Perry?
Double tap your screen to switch the camera.
Oh my God, I'm literally a granny. What the hell?
No, that was so hard because so many people were requesting at once. It was mental. Hello!
Hello!
How have you been, Jesy?
Oh my God, can I just say, what the hell? That took about 900 years.
I know, right? Literally, though, Instagram don't help because you basically have to follow the person, then send it. So I was literally requesting and requesting and requesting. It goes
babe,
on
I'm
forever.
so sorry. That took so long.
Oh, don't apologise. Honestly, everybody's on Insta at the moment, so everybody's online. But how have you been keeping at home on your own? You at your own or?
Good, yeah. I'm with my mum, so yeah, we've been all right. We've just been like watching telly.
Lovely.
Just, you know, eating food. That's about it, really.
Say hi to Jan from me.
I will. How have you been?
Yeah, good actually. I've got like a really good routine going. So I do my exercises in the morning, whether it's Joe Wicks or speed skipping, whichever.
I love a bit of Joe Wicks.
Don't you? He's amazing. And then I kind of settle down and do my work during the day because I work 9 till 5. So
yeah,
I'm very lucky and very grateful that I get to do that. But yeah, no, it's been such a while since we last spoke. Obviously, I saw your tour, which was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Are you missing the girls at the moment?
Oh my God, Pez, so much, literally. Like, it's really weird because I'm used to being with them all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, to just not like be able to go see them whenever I want just feels really weird.
Yeah. Well, I think the most amazing thing about social media is that we can stay connected like this, which is incredible.
Exactly.
So, but everybody's been asking me so many questions since we organised this, and but I first of all got to talk about Odd One Out because it was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
Oh,
like honestly,
thank you.
I think the most like touching part for everybody was the fact that you were trolled for so many years, and then you had the confidence to say on camera, you know, this happened to me, and what happened was so difficult, and you showed so much strength through that. And like the fact you got an award for the documentary, we were all rooting for you, Jesy. Honestly, it's the most deserved award.
Bless your heart. Thank you so much.
That's okay. I just wanted to ask kind of where that came about, because obviously we know so much about it, but did that happen? Was it during kind of the Glory Days tour that someone approached you, or did you approach them? How did that work?
So, one of my really like close friends, Adam Goodall, he like filmed all of our like diaries back in the day. So he did like DNA diaries, all the stuff where we were in America. So he's known me for like absolute years, and so I'm really close with him. So I trust him. He's like my dearest friend. And basically, I was sitting in a hotel room and I was watching the film. Is it? Oh, I always forget the name. I Feel Pretty.
Oh yes, good one.
And there was like a line in the film that really resonated with me, and it just made me feel really sad. Like it brought me back to a time when I felt like that all those years ago, and I thought there must be so many girls and guys that still feel that way, and like just don't feel like they can speak to anyone about it, or like feel ashamed and feel embarrassed. And I thought, God, if I've gone through all of this shit, then like what have I actually gone through it for if I can't help other people with it?
Yeah, I think that's the best part about it, was the fact that you openly, you know, you literally were like so brave, like to open up about something as sensitive as, you know, suicide and mental health is so important at these times. Like I recently also did a documentary with the BBC, which was called Too Young to Go Bald. Yeah, and it was all about kind of hair loss, because I actually have that as male pattern hair loss, and obviously that's something that I'm very insecure about. And a lot of people started to highlight it and, you know, say nasty things about it. But it was a documentary like yours, you know, that can help so many. And like, that's what I wanted to do when I signed up for the documentary. So from that perspective, the fact you've managed to do that and inspire so many, I think the best part, the biggest part that I kind of took from it was, you know, block, report, move on, because those buttons are there for a reason, right?
Absolutely. But the only thing that bugs me is that even if you block people, people can still create another account.
Of course.
So I still feel like we've got a long way to go in that aspect, but I do feel like there's a lot more awareness of it now, and I think people are a lot more aware of like what it actually does to someone's mental health. So you know, I just think we've got a long way to go.
So true. And also like Bobby Norris from Towie has got an amazing petition that was all about going against trolls, you know, that this isn't okay and this should be actually something the government should step up and deal with, you know, actually put a stop to this. So I think your documentary really helped him with that as well, and I think what he does is absolutely amazing. But yeah, no, I think it really inspired me, inspired so many others all around the world, really. And also the most amazing part about it was that the fact that, you know, everybody could get to know you more as a member, because obviously there's 4 of you girls in a band, but then you to step out and kind of talk about your own experiences was incredible. And I think the Jesy that I've always known and loved, you know, back in the day, you'd always put a smile on your face, even when perhaps you're hurting inside. And for us as a fan base, that's incredible. Like, we're so grateful to you. Just want to say thank you for all that you've done. Like, you've inspired so many, and you're honestly one of the most incredible women out there, and you're doing it for everybody, and we're really grateful. So thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you.
So I just had to say that because I love the documentary. Hadn't been able to talk to you since it. So congratulations. And we should really talk about your new music, because Breakup Song is absolutely incredible. Like, what was it like recording that? Where did it come about? Obviously you worked with Camille, who's an incredible producer and writer.
Yeah, so basically I was gutted because I was ill on the day that the girls wrote and recorded it. So they sent it to me and I was in bed, and it was really weird because normally, like, we don't always agree on certain songs. Like, we've all got different tastes in music, but when it comes to the band, when we hear a song that we all love, it's very rare, I think, anyway. And anyway, they sent me over the song. They're like, Jesy, we wrote this song, we want to know what you think. And straight away I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. And then it kind of took a backseat because we were going through like a weird stage of like not knowing if we were going to write an album, if we were just going to release singles. And so yeah, we kind of just forgot about it and carried on writing loads of other songs. And that obviously wasn't the original contender to be a single. There was a different one, which you're going to hear.
Okay. Can we get like a little line from that song maybe as well?
I nearly said the title. What can I give you? I can tell you that it's about being an empowered woman and not needing a man, which, you know, is a typical little mix.
Love it.
Yeah, it's great. I just genuinely think that everyone's going to absolutely love this album, because I feel like there's not really much of a theme to this album. It's very eclectic. Like, there's a lot of like dance songs. There's a lot of girl power anthems. There's a bit of everything on there.
And I have heard from 2 other different members, Perry and Jade have actually spoken about this, that there are some collabs in the works. I've heard 2 potential females, and I've got to ask this because obviously I think you were in the studio with one of Ariana's producers. So everybody wants to know about the Ariana and Anne-Marie collab. Are these happening? Can you say much about them? Because obviously I know how A&R works. I know that obviously you'll send these songs to artists. You'll sort of talk to them about the concept of the song, what you'd like to do with it, and then they kind of give their own spin. So obviously I know that maybe these aren't confirmed, but could you maybe say that you have been talking to Ariana / Anne-Marie's team?
Righty-ho, so here's the deal. So with Ariana, that's obviously a dream. I feel like, yeah, with Ariana, that's literally a dream of ours. We'd absolutely love it to happen, but there's no talks at the moment with Ariana, so we can put that one to bed.
But we can say
Anne-Marie,
Ariana,
on the other hand. So Anne-Marie, we absolutely love her. She's our girl. We've got a little WhatsApp group with her, and we definitely want to work with her. But whether I confirm it's true or not.
Well, Jesy, I have to say, a few of my friends actually attended Anne-Marie's new single launch for birthday. And there was a lot flying around there kind of saying, you know, what's happening with Little Mix? And she was very cheeky. And we do think this is happening. So whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be incredible. I think I speak for a lot of mixers when we say we love Anne-Marie, we love you girls, and think you're the perfect collaboration. Like, honestly, imagine the charts. The charts will have a meltdown.
Oh, they'd be off the roof. Listen, we absolutely love her. That, like, if it happens, which fingers crossed it will, I think it will be one of our best collaborations.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting. And also, like, you talk about a group chat. I love your group chat names because previously you've spoken about the one with Ariana. What's the one with Anne-Marie called?
Fifth member.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Love to hear that.
Yeah, no, she's a sweetheart. She's so lovely.
Yeah, and you obviously went to Brazil for the first time ever. How was that?
That was absolutely incredible. It was, do you know what? It was like a bittersweet moment because obviously our girl Perry wasn't there. Yeah, so that was a shame because she really wanted to come, and it was such a shame because I feel like it was the weirdest experience ever. Like, all our fans are crazy all over the world, but I feel like because Brazil were waiting for it, they went absolutely like mental.
They are incredible. So shout out to Brazilian fans. Thanks for giving the girls some love.
Yes, shout out
we
to
love that.
Brazilian
and obviously
fans.
there's lots of other countries that you've not been to. So we've got Mexico, we've got Portugal, so many other amazing places. Do you think with this new album there's a potential to kind of do a full solo tour in the US and also go to some more countries?
Listen, Perry, we would go everywhere and anywhere if we could. So listen, if the album does well, then yeah, we'd absolutely love to. Like, we want to go as many places as possible because we know there's so many fans all over the world that haven't had the opportunity to see us yet. But yeah, absolutely, we're always in talks of going to different places. Yeah.
And also, I heard that the album cover for LM6 was supposed to be shot in Brazil. Is that true?
Well, I know this. Actually, yes, it was the second video and the album shoot. Yeah, it was.
Okay, so you say second video. Does that mean that we're getting a breakup song video, or?
Well, who knows? You might be lucky.
Okay, I like it. You got to keep us waiting because, of course, with what we're going through at the moment, we've got the song, we've got the amazing TikTok dances. Somebody said to me, can you ask, this was actually Romy, she asked me, could you ask Jesy whether we'll see a breakup song TikTok dance?
Oh, do you know what? I haven't given that one a go yet. But yeah, probably.
It is a lot of fun.
Have you done one yet?
Yeah, I've done two actually. Yeah, so I've
done.
I saw that there was two different dances, so I thought, you know what, I'll give both a go. I'm not much of a dancer, but I had so much fun, and I think what I like about TikTok is it's such a positive, fun platform as well. So I think, you know, when you're feeling a bit down in the dumps with everything going on, when you're stuck indoors, it's such an uplifting kind of app compared to the other apps that you've kind of got. It's like replaced Vine. I want to call it like the newly reinvented Vine, really. But it's great. Really like it. So I've got some more questions. Obviously, we're all stuck indoors at the moment, and I've been binging on so many movies when I've got the kind of time around work. You were in the Harry Potter movies once. Now, I absolutely love Harry Potter. And I just want to know, what was it like to be on set with kind of Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint? Because that must have been so surreal.
Oh, it was absolutely mental. So there's so much that goes into it. So, I mean, I remember having to you have to get your hair checked for nits,
Oh my goodness,
because
really?
there's so many people, on set. So they have to
Yeah.
be really careful. And then you go in for your
Wow.
costume fitting. It was honestly an incredible experience. It was amazing.
So which house were you?
I wasn't in a house, because I was literally
Ah.
just in one of the scenes where we all just sat at the table.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So I've watched Goblet of Fire so many times, and I always try and look out for you. But is there a particular scene we have to look very closely at?
Terry, it's very hard to find me. It's probably just the back of my head. But you can
Oh.
clearly see me in About a Boy, my little round simple head.
Oh, I love that. Got to talk about Woman Like Me, because obviously that was another incredible female collab, and you had the opening line. Like, you had the EMA performance with Nicki Minaj, and you had the opening line of the song. Like, how does that feel?
Do you know what? Performing with Nicki Minaj is one of the scariest things we've ever done. Not in the sense of that,
Really?
like, it was because it's been such a massive dream of ours to collab with Nicki Minaj, and then to do it at the EMAs for the first time with
Yeah.
her was one of the most surreal experiences ever. And I remember we were all backstage, like, psyching ourselves up, and as soon as we got on stage, we were all just like a rabbit in headlights.
Yeah, I know that you've been wanting a collab with Nicki Minaj since Super Bass, because obviously you've covered it, you've loved her since the X Factor days, and when you announced it, my jaw literally dropped. I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, queens, you finally got your dream." Because
Oh,
obviously your dream on the first album was Missy Elliott, and you got that,
yeah.
and then it was like, how do you top that? And then in comes Nicki Minaj on Woman Like Me, and it was like, wow, okay, girls, we're getting serious now, which is amazing. And I just loved the video as well. I thought it was so fun. Like,
Thank
where was
you.
it filmed?
Oh, I wish I could tell you where. Somewhere in London. I don't actually know where. I was
Yeah.
so tired that day. It was one of the longest shoots we've ever done, but it was so much fun. But I can't remember. It was in somewhere really random in London somewhere.
Yeah. I also have to say I love the choreography. I call it choreography
Oh.
because you're on those chairs and you're like, yes.
That was the hardest choreography we've ever had to learn. It doesn't look hard, but it bloody was. And me and Perry, was it me and Perry or me and Jade? Me and Jade, as we were learning it, had to go be sick in the toilet because it was that intense.
Oh gosh, wow. Well, I was going to
Yeah.
say, because like you're not just like sitting on them, you're sliding, you're tipping yourself back, and you're doing all of these different moves whilst lip syncing. But I know when you shoot music videos, they slow down the track. Is that right?
Yeah. So certain things you have to do in slow-mo. So everything's like half time. Yeah, it's a lot to think about whilst trying to look sexy.
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously that to me would be quite daunting, because you've got all the lights as well, which obviously causes a lot of heat. But I have to say as well, like, I love the fact you're using more female dancers as well as the male mixers. Like, it's so great to see, especially on the most recent tour, because
Yeah.
obviously we had all the girlies going off. It was amazing. One thing I wanted to ask, because obviously back in the DNA days, we had a live band. Potentially, do you think you would ever consider having a live band for maybe an acoustic concert of some kind? Because obviously Apple Music was outstanding.
Perry, I love when we have a live band. Do you know why I love when you have a live band? Because I feel like you can freestyle more and you can have more fun on stage. Like, you have more interaction with the band and you can kind of mess around and do whatever you want. Whereas when everything's to track, you can't really have as much freedom. But I would love for us to do another tour with a band. Like, we was going to do it on the tour that's just gone.
Yeah.
But because there was, you know what we're like with our dance routines. So it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot for the band. But I do think we will end up doing another one with a band. But I don't know what tour that would be. Hopefully, you never know, the next one.
Yeah, let's hope so. You were due to actually come to Canterbury in Kent, and obviously I know that your nanny is from Kent, which is amazing, in
Yeah.
Canterbury. Yeah. Canterbury is actually where I fell in love with you girls. It's where I started listening to your music. I went to uni there, so I've had so many messages from people saying, oh my God, can't wait to see the girls. Obviously, we know with everything going on in the world, that might not happen anymore. But I think the fans just want kind of some kind of reassurance. Obviously, you can't speak for the label or the ticketing agents and everything else, but I think we can expect, obviously, perhaps some rescheduled dates when the time is right, because obviously it's so uncertain, right?
Listen, there will 100% be another tour. We just obviously have to be safe. Like we have to like abide by the rules at the moment. Like, and I think it's the same with everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
So as soon as everything goes back to normal, we will definitely be putting the tour dates back up.
Good to hear. And also, like, stay safe, stay home. You know what I mean? We've got to do what we've got to do until things get better. Another one, of course, everybody's been asking about is the search. Like, I am so excited for this.
Oh my God, Perry, I cannot wait for you to see the search. It is so good. So we got the first edit back like 2 weeks ago, and it's so much fun. I'm just so excited because I feel like it's so fresh. I feel like there hasn't been something like this for a while now, and I feel like you're going to understand when you watch it.
Okay, I like it. You see, I was gutted that I couldn't make the recording. I was working at the time, but everybody that went, obviously, we didn't discuss kind of what happened, because all of my friends and mixers know that, you know, it's part of the surprise. But every single one of them left that building absolutely buzzing. Like, the excited messages I got were unreal. Obviously, both Yaz's went as well. We got some OG boy mixers. Whoop, whoop. They all went along as well. Adam, Ryan, you know, the old Twitter gang. We're all still in touch, which is incredible after 9 years.
So nice.
So yeah, so we go like clubbing as well. We go out a lot, but it's really good fun.
That.
But is there any kind of with the search? Obviously, I kind of want to know what the different, without obviously giving too much away. What makes it different from X Factor and Britain's Got Talent? Because I know that there's like different elements to it.
Yeah, well, first of all, I feel like as soon as you see it, like the set is like very futuristic. It's very little.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of stuff that we do that's like, oh wow, that's really cool. So yeah, the set's really fun, very cool. It's I think it's a lot more relaxed and chilled than X Factor and all the other TV shows, because we felt like, you know, we know exactly what they're going through. We know exactly how they feel. So we want to make them feel as comfortable as possible when they come into audition for us. And I kind of think you can tell that, like when you watch it and you see the auditions, like obviously they're nervous, but I feel like we make them feel a lot more relaxed than maybe other shows do it, because it's a more friendly environment. And in terms of the groups, like the categories are, well, they're very different. So we've got like the R&B rap group.
Yes.
We've got the girl vocal dance group, which I think is like the mini Little Mix.
Okay, I like that.
And then we've got boy band. We've got vocal harmony, which, can I just say, is out of this world.
Okay.
Then we've got mixed group, so kind of like a Liberty X vibe. Yes,
love that.
That's Club 7. I'm trying to think who I've missed. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. But they're all so incredibly talented, so I don't know. I can't even predict who's going to win. Yeah.
So do they audition as groups or as soloists?
No, they audition as solo artists.
Oh, wow.
Some people came as duos.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Ooh.
But yeah, you're going to absolutely love it.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Also, I wanted to ask, because I think a lot of people love the element of Little Mix when you used to beatbox. Are there any beatboxers in the search? And can we expect more beatboxing on the next album?
Oh, well, there are definitely a lot of people that beatboxed in search. Not necessarily for their auditions, but I felt like they did it when they got put in the group.
Yeah.
But as from me, probably not.
Oh, fair enough. I think we all have those different stages. There's a lot of growth as you girls in a group. Like, we've seen so much change. It's unbelievable. From the first tour till now, as Jade mentioned, you know, no more bow ties, no more big beatboxes for Jesy.
Yeah.
We're growing into another new era, which is really exciting. Are there any outfits you're quite excited by from the search that you might be able to give a little hint at that Zach and Jamie might have had something to do with?
Well, do you know what? All our outfits have been great, but I'm excited for the live shows, because when it comes to live shows, we're going to go all out. And obviously, we're going to be performing as well on the live shows, which is so exciting. So, yeah, expect some big things for the live shows.
Ooh. Someone mentioned, I saw like a rumor, I don't know if this was true, that you girls were going to perform a new song every week, and it was kind of going to be like the album reveal. I don't know how true that was.
Well, do you know what? Probably that might happen, but it all just depends on when we're out of here, when the show is put on TV.
There we go, got you back.
Sorry, my battery said it's low.
No worries at all. So I think I've asked you so much right now, but what is the first thing you're going to do when you leave isolation?
Well, I'm obviously going to go see my girls.
Yeah.
And then, well, hopefully get back to work. We've got to finish recording the album. And then I just really want to go out and get drunk and have fun.
Yes,
and dance.
I miss clubbing. Yeah, I actually for my birthday I went to Bunga. Yeah.
How good is it there? It's one of my favourite places.
I love it. It was incredible, so much fun. And I went because I'd seen that you'd been so many times. I was like, well, if Jesy enjoys this, I know I will. And it was absolutely incredible. Such a good laugh. I've got to say as well, Jesy, I've been to every single tour with one of my friends called Jenna. We met at uni. We were the only people at uni that liked Little Mix at the time when you kind of on your first album. We used to go to the clubs and request your songs, and the DJ Stephen Sullivan, he's probably watching right now, used to play your songs for us, and he would always say how many bops you're releasing. Jenna is a very dear friend of mine, and we have been to every single tour since DNA. So if you could just say a little hello to Jenna.
Hi Jenna, I love you so much.
Thank you, Jesy. And if it wasn't for Jenna, I wouldn't have seen the DNA tour, because she drove us all the way there and drove us all the way home when the trains would have been closed. But years ago, this is another little story. I don't think I've ever spoken to you about it, but when I went to the first tour, we kind of waited outside afterwards. It was with Yaz and Yaz. And you rolled down the window. I was like, hi, guys. And here we are 9 years later on Instagram Live.
Terry, can I just say, I'm really proud of you. You are doing so well. And I love that you followed your dreams and you're doing what you love. I absolutely love that. And you're an absolute angel.
Thank you. I love the presenting, and I love talking to creative and inspiring people like yourself. Like, honestly, it's such a dream and such an honor to do this as well. So I've just seen a comment. It says, could you say happy birthday to Rachel?
Happy birthday, Rachel. And
I also saw that Jade was online. So Jade has actually been online watching us chat. So that's nice.
Hi, Jade.
Gotta love her. But I was also going to say as well, what are you actually doing whilst in isolation? Is there anything that you found that you do as your part of your routine?
Do you know what? I've really fallen in love with just listening to music again in my bedroom, like I used to as a teenager. I know that sounds really silly, but like, I've just really fallen in love with like laying in bed and putting my music up really loud and listening to music.
Yeah, and we've got to say, like, breakup song, like bop 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 bop. Thank goodness you released it. It's such an, I know it sounds awful, but for me it's been such a ray of light and such joy through all of this rubbish time. And it's such an empowering song as well. Like, and I also want to talk about your riffs, because your riffs in every single Little Mix song is just so iconic. And in this one you've got oh, I love it. How does that happen in the studio? Obviously you get given the track, but I know that Jade's hitting these high notes, you've got all these amazing riffs. Do you record those separately, or is it recorded together?
Yeah, we record them separately. So we kind of listen to the song first, and then we all discuss like who'd like to do what part. Sometimes there is a bit like, oh, I want to do that bit, I want to do that bit, but normally we kind of know with every song what who's going to do what part, because I've got the low voice, Perry's got the really, really high voice, and then I feel like Jesy can do anything really. So we kind of like gauge who's best on what parts, and we'll
Yeah.
just kind of go from there. But yeah, we always record separately.
Amazing. Yeah, because it's really interesting, because I love the way that your voices blend together so beautifully, because obviously you record in separate rooms and then out comes this absolute hit. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
And with the kind of everybody, we have to say, like, the mixers right now are doing amazing things on Twitter. Every day there is a streaming party at about around 6 p.m. and at 3 p.m. on obviously the Little Mix Twitter, everybody's listening to the song. So we're really rooting for you to get that #1. And if we don't get the #1, we're still going to stream it. We're still going to support you. Honestly, the charts don't really mean that much now. If you love an artist, you love them because their music's amazing. Exactly. And we love it.
Well, you guys are just literally the best fans ever. We don't know what we'd do without you guys. You make us so happy, and we're just so proud to have fans like you.
Well, we're proud of you, and we love to we love chatting to you. And you know, you like, I met a lot of celebrities, and I can hands down say that you girls are the most down to earth. You've not changed, you know, apart from immaturity. Obviously, we all change with age, but like on a personal level, when you meet fans, like, the connection you make between people is unlike any other. I've got another set of questions that are kind of coming in. People ask as well what you've been watching on Netflix. Have you picked up any good films?
Oh, so Netflix, everyone keeps telling me to watch the what is the Tiger program?
Oh, Tiger King. I've been watching that. Weird.
Is it good?
It's weird, Jesy, and I love my animals, so I'm a bit like, when I watch it, I'm a bit like, oh, please look after those animals. I meant to
I don't know if it'd be my thing. Maybe I need to give it a watch.
Yeah, I think you've got to give it a go. Like, it's very dramatic and the plot thickens episode by episode, but it is fantastic.
Right. Okay.
I would just say as well, like, because obviously I know you've got dogs at home yourself. I've got 2 dogs here with me. How are they? Are they doing okay as well during this time?
You know what? Sometimes I wish I was my dogs, because they're living their best life.
Yeah.
They are going out, because I'm always here now, they're going out all the time. So, yeah, they're going for lots of long walks. They don't know any different, bless them. But no, they're great, thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. I actually met your nan on the Glory Days tour with your mum, and I walked them to their seats. Which was so, I did not expect it. I kind of popped to the loo, and as I left, I saw your mum and nan, and they were like, oh, would you know happen to know where we're going? And I took them to their seats. But just want to say shout out to Jan and your nan if they're watching. It was so lovely to meet them, and they're so proud of you, Jesy, as well. Like, I cannot even tell you, like, we as mixers, whenever you sing Wings, we look over at the mum's kind of box, and we see their faces beaming with pride. I mean, like, you can't really top it, can you?
They are. They're very proud. They're like, I feel like they're our biggest fans. They come to every single show possible. Well, my mum does anyway. Every time she watches a show, it's like she's seen it for the first time.
Oh, I love that. That's the thing is, though, honestly, this is why so many mixers see multiple shows. Like, I've been to every single tour and I have zero regrets, because every single tour, it steps up a level, and it's the most joyous thing to see you 4 girls selling out huge arenas. And I went to Maidstone last year, which is, again, Kent, where I'm from. And when you got emotional during Change Your Life, for me, that was like, okay, like, this would have never happened 9 years ago, and now they're selling out fields and fields and arena after arena and stadium. It's just insane. What does it feel like to perform to a stadium?
Oh, do you know what? When we do the summer tour, I think they're my favourite tours, because I don't know, I just feel like it's a different vibe in a stadium. I feel like, I don't know if it's because everyone's outside and the weather's nice, maybe, but I think I prefer doing the stadium tours, the outside ones. I just feel like it's a nice vibe.
Yeah, and I have to ask as well, in the previous documentary that you did, which I loved, I got to go to the premiere, which was incredible. We got to see it on the big screen. We were all sobbing our eyes out. There was one tour date in Scarborough that absolutely tipped it down, and you girls still went on. I could not believe it. I was like, that is true. Like, the show must go on. Like, the roof was almost falling. I was like, gosh, girls, that is dedication. Love that.
Do you know what, Perry? Sometimes we like a bit of rain. It adds to the dramatic effect.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially with songs like Lightning. I mean, it just literally...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Were there any kind of B tracks that you've ever produced or written that you feel should have been a single but weren't?
I always feel, Perry, that Nothing Feels Like You should have been a single.
Yes, I agree. I agree. So catchy. I also love Is Your Love Enough? Did you know it's one of the most streamed songs up there with Touch? Yeah, it was
Really?
one of your deluxe tracks. I was like, I need a video. It was like, it's so good. It's up there with Touch for me. I think Touch will always be my all-time
Oh,
fave, just because you can proper like booty
yeah,
pop to it. And yeah,
absolutely.
talking about documentaries, obviously you did Odd One Out.
Yes.
You did the previous tour kind of documentary, and you also did a DVD for Get Weird. Can we expect one for LM5? Because when we went to the O2, there was lots of signs up saying you were filming. Can we expect a
Yeah.
DVD?
Well, hopefully, yeah. I'm not too sure, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm not too sure actually. I mean, I know a lot of stuff was filmed for the TV show,
Yeah.
so but whether we'll make a DVD out of that, I don't know.
Okay, I like that. Also, like I have to say, the Christmas single was beautiful too. Can we expect
Thank
another maybe at
you.
Christmas?
Oh well, if Leanne's up for writing another one, then yeah.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. If there is kind of any kind of type of song or genre of song you've not written with the girls, what would you choose?
Oh, do you know what, Mary? That is a good question, but a very hard one because I feel like whenever we get in the studio, we're always like, what are we going to write about today? 'Cause I feel
Yeah.
like we've written so much stuff. Oh, I don't know. That's a really, really hard one. I know that we've always wanted to do a song, a female empowerment song, but with lots of other girl artists.
Yeah.
So, like, we'd love to do, I personally would love to create a Lady Marmalade with new people.
Yes, that would be
Could you imagine
insane.
that?
Yeah, it'd be incredible.
And recreate the video, but in a newer, modern version.
Absolutely. Love that. I mean, especially because you're the queens of sampling songs as well as writing your own material. Like, I think, why not give it a spin? Why not?
Yeah,
Maybe give
absolutely.
Christina a call. We'd love that collab, just
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Is there anyone other than Ariana that you would be like, oh my God, what a dream to collab with?
Well, for me personally, I would love to collab with Bruno Mars because for me, I love artists that are like performers because we're performers. So anyone that like loves putting on a show, loves dancing, yeah, that would be a dream for me. I think as a group, it's always been like Ariana. Who else?
I feel like Cardi B was one, wasn't
Beyonce,
it? Oh, yes.
Cardi B,
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Oh my goodness, wow, that'd be a good one. That was really good. Well, it was really lovely talking to you, Jesy. I don't know how much time we've got left.
Thank you for your. Well, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, my battery is literally on, is about to go.
Okay, so shall we wrap it up here? Would
Yeah.
you ever collab with
Perry,
BTS
so
or a
lovely
K-pop
to
group?
speak to you.
You too. One
Say
more
that
question,
again?
actually. Would you ever collaborate with a K-pop group? Because obviously K-pop's huge at the moment. BTS, Blackpink are slaying as well.
Absolutely. BTS, absolutely. We would absolutely love. I always say, could you imagine the choreography?
Oh yeah, be fire. And the musical. Do you think with Perry's new series of musical kind of performances, you girls would ever consider writing a musical for Little Mix?
Oh, well, I think that would be a really good musical, wouldn't it? Little Mix the musical.
I've got plenty of ideas.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. I would love to write that. That'd be a dream. One day, not just yet though. Anyway, it was lovely talking to you, Jesy. Wish you all of the best during this awful time. Sending love to you and your family and the girls if they've been watching. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Let's get breakup song to #1. Whoop whoop.
Yay! Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Perry. You're an absolute angel.
Absolute joy talking to you, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Love you. Bye.
Save it. Click save.